Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of Hansan, Dragon Rising, a Korean war action drama hybrid from 2022 that is a prequel to the film The Admiral, Roaring Currents, which came out back in 2017. The film depicts the historical Battle of Hansan, which took place 5 years before the Battle of Myeong-yang, depicted in The Admiral. So it's June 1592, 1 month after the sea battle at Sacheon. Daimyo, Waki-saka Yasu-haru, arrives at a Japanese naval base in Busan to take charge of the fleet and counter the threat posed by Joseon commander Yi Sun-shin, our main character. From some terrified survivors of the battle, the Japanese learn of the new fully enclosed Joseon battleship, which they have dubbed bokkai-sen, after a sea monster from Japanese mythology, and mekura-bune, meaning blind ship. However, that engagement has revealed some critical flaws about its design, such as the fixed dragon head at its bow being prone to getting stuck after making a ramming attack, and its weaker flank armor. Waki-saka agrees to join forces with the rest of the Japanese Navy to ensure a decisive success in their campaign to conquer Joseon and, from there on, Ming China. So there's a lot at stake here, folks. Now, Park Hae-il takes the place of Choi Min-sik in the lead role here, and he does a darn good job. I seem to be covering Park a lot on this channel over the past few years. I've reviewed Yeongyo, Rules of Dating, Gyeongju, Ode to the Goose, Hansan, Dragon Rising, and hopefully soon, Decision to Leave. He's a versatile actor, does a good job of picking interesting roles. Even when his films get a little bit, dodgy, and, Rules of Dating and Yeongyo are two examples of that. Even if they have kind of dodgy premises or edgy premises, they're usually pretty interesting to watch. So he does a good job, I think, of picking movies to act in. And Hansan, Dragon Rising is more of a commercial crowd pleaser. Similar in some ways to the period actioner War of the Arrows, which Park also starred in over a decade ago. So, like its predecessor, The Admiral, this movie is a little bit on the slow side until the huge final battle. But there is a lot of discussion on naval strategy and planning the best way to win the big battle that's approaching. And they talk about, the leadership of their enemies, as well as the special features on both the Korean and Japanese warships. There's a subplot of a Japanese soldier who is captured by Korea, but wants to serve with the protagonist due to his respect for him and how he conducts himself honorably in war. Or perhaps he could be spying for the Japanese. And, we get some of that internal conflict and traitor activity as well from both sides. It's just a good overall story and gives you that crowd-pleasing finale that you're expecting. The big naval battle is really good. It's very good. Get a nice mix of water maneuvers, using the currents, cannon strikes, boarding attacks, where people jump on each other's ships, and also a lot of ship ramming in this one as well. Lots of destruction, fun to watch. I think it's about on par with the Admiral's action scene. So this is one where, if you enjoyed Roaring Currents, you're probably going to enjoy this film. Production values are very nice. The costumes and set designs, high quality. Korea and Japan make so many good period films that we kind of take it for granted sometimes how good they are, or how good the production quality is in them. But it's good here for sure. Even the CGI effects they look better than what was in Roaring Currents. And you might expect that given I think it's been 8 years in between films or something along that line. So you would expect the CG to improve, but, we have seen movies that have worse CG, even though they're more recent compared to prior films. So it's nice to see that they shored some of that CG up pretty nicely, and it looks better when they use it. Now, the one thing I gotta mention is that they do that thing in this movie where you have Korean actors playing Japanese characters, which, it still seems kind of odd to me, given the production value of these films. I mean, I'm sure you could find any number of good Japanese actors to come in and play the Japanese roles. The Admiral did the same thing. And a I'm pretty sure film production's easier when everyone speaks the same language. So there's that to consider. And I will say this, in this film, the pronunciation of the Japanese language, it sounded pretty good to an American. It did. It sounded pretty good to me. I don't know. And after a while, it stopped being a distraction. It really did. So it's easy to immerse yourself in the film, just like it was easy to immerse yourself in the Admiral, despite the casting of the Japanese characters. So if you like period piece movies that have compelling performances and a big fun action set piece that takes up like the final third of the movie, you check out Hansan. I think it's good. I think it's comparable to the Admiral in terms of entertainment value. Currently available streaming on YouTube and Amazon. And as always, I'll see you next time.